We are back with some more fraction division. Yeah. Today we are going to learn how to divide a fraction by a whole number. So for example, if we had 1/5 and we were dividing that into 4 equal parts. Now again, I think it is very, very helpful to create a real world situation or story problem to represent this equation so it makes sense to us. So I'm going to pretend that my daughter Tempe, okay, is in our equation today. She plays piano and she knows that practicing is very important. So when she thinks about her evening tonight, she is going to dedicate 1/5 of her evening to practicing piano. So we're going to separate her evening into 5 equal parts. This first part, 1/5, is dedicated to her piano practice. Maybe this part is watching a show, this part might be watching or might be playing with her sister, this part might be reading a book, this part might be eating dinner. But the only part that we're really concerned with is this 1/5 of her evening that is dedicated to piano practice. Now, we're dividing that 1/5 into 4 equal parts because she has 4 songs that she needs to practice. So visually, we are going to separate her 1/5 into 4 equal parts. Each one of these dots represents one of the songs that she has to practice within 1/5 of her evening. So when we look at the entire visual model, this one song is 1/20 of her entire evening. 1/20. Now we have also learned about a reciprocal, and so we are going to do an equation to check our answer to see if our visual model is going to match up with the different equation. So we have 1/5 of our evening, and we are going to multiply by the reciprocal. Now a reciprocal is this number flip-flopped upside down. So when you think about 4 as a fraction, 4 is actually 4/1. So we're going to flip-flop that, and we're going to make it 1/4. When we multiply numerator, we go straight across to get 1. We multiply our denominator straight across and we get 20. So again, we find that 1/5 divided into 4 equal parts is going to be 1/20. So we can tell Tempe to be successful tonight, she will need to spend 1/20 of her evening on each one of her songs. All right, let's do another problem that will show how to divide a fraction by a whole number. I have a student in class, and his name's, we'll call him Ronaldo, okay? Ronaldo loves art class. It's Wednesday. He was so pumped he got to go to art class, and so that's the paintbrush Ronaldo used. You can tell I am not an artist. So he knows that 1/4 of his entire day he gets to spend at art class, and he's super, super pumped. Now he has a problem. He needs to divide that time by 3 because he needs to paint for one of those 3 times. He needs to work with some clay, and he needs to finish up a drawing project that he has. So he has to divide his art time into 3 equal parts, and that's what that 3 represents. So let's create a square that is going to represent Ronaldo's time for the day. So if we separate his day into 4 equal parts, this first part, or 1/4, is what we are going to say represents his time in art class. Now, if this were every kid's wish come true, then this would be PE, this would be lunch, and that would be recess. So we'll just pretend that this is a nice fantasy world where a kid gets to pick everything they do for the day. So here's 1/4 of Ronaldo's day in art class. And now he knows that he has to separate that into 3 sections because he's dividing by 3. Here is his painting time, here is his clay time, and here is his drawing time. Well, if we look at one of these sections, you can see that it is 1/12 of his entire day. So now we're going to check it with our multiplying by reciprocal strategy and see if this pans out. We remember that 3 as a fraction is actually 3/1, so its reciprocal is flip-flopped, so we're going to multiply by 1/3. Straight numerators across gets us to a 1. Straight denominators across gets us to a 12. So indeed, again, we see that Ronaldo is being able to spend 1/12 of his day on one of his art activities. So 1/4 of his day divided equally between 3 art activities is 1/12 of his entire day. All right, I'm going to give you a scenario to see if you can figure out how to divide a fraction by a whole number. We are going to say that your mom said you get to go shopping, and you are super, super excited because you cannot wait to spend your birthday money. However, your mom says that you only get to spend 1/6 of your day shopping. Okay, so if you see 1/6 of your day, okay, this is the part that you get to go shopping. Okay, this time you are watching TV while your sister naps. This part of the day you're reading. This part of the day is eating lunch and breakfast. This part of the day is walking the dog. And this part of the day is you're helping your mom put your clothes away. So you only have 1/6 of your day to go shopping. And your mom says you can pick any stores you want to go to. And you're like, man, what stores am I going to go to? So you decided one of your stores is going to be Toys R Us, just because, you know, that's where a kid can be a kid. You decide you also want to go to Target because you have a red card and you know you get, 5% discount. And then you decide, well, you got to have some sugar, but you still want to have some healthy toppings of strawberries and yogurt and just a couple chocolate chips. So you decide you want to go to Yogurtini. So I want you to stop the video and I want you to figure out what model you would make to represent 1/6 of your day, which is dedicated to shopping, being divided equally between these 3 stores. So here's a hint. All right, get to it. Pause the video. All right, let's see if you figured it out. So here is the 1/6 of your day that is represented by the time you get to shop. You're dividing that equally between the 3 stores of Toys R Us, Target, and Yogurtini. So you're going to divide your day, this 1/6 part of your day, into 3 equal parts. We have Toys R Us here, we have Target here, and we have Yogurtini here. So we're noticing that one of these sections, okay, is actually 1, and you have to figure out how many you have, which is going to be 1/18, okay, because we have 6, 12, 18. So let's do our reciprocal multiplication and see if this pans out. 1/6 times the reciprocal to 3 is going to be 1/3. Multiply straight across, and we indeed get 1/18. So 1/18 of your entire day is dedicated to each one of your 3 store choices. 1/6 divided equally 3 times is 1/18. I hope that helps you understand how to divide a fraction by a whole number.